Okay, sorry, I'm going live. It's John Wedger here. This is going to be the last one of today. I'm on Westminster Bridge. In the background you have the Houses of Parliament, and got the sun behind me. I'll get told off for that by my media team, so I'm going to turn round because this is quite poignant. So we've got the River Thames down now, and we've got the Houses of Parliament, but we've crossed the bridge from Westminster and we're now in the borough of Lambeth, and behind me is the old GLC building, the old Greater London Council. Now what we had today is the beach home survivors and them trying to get some sort of justice for what happened, but no one would accept responsibility for putting these kids in care. Now Michael Taraga was also subject to care orders from these people over here from Lambeth, the Greater London Council. And what's happened is when they passed jurisdiction on from the LCC to the GLC, they then for some reason think that they're no longer vicariously liable for the welfare of these children, which is an absolute nonsense. Just because they've changed their name doesn't mean that they've lost all liability, which is what they're claiming. Now what we've got to look at is the underwriting insurance companies for these boroughs, and what runs an institution are its legal teams. It's the same with the police. You can't respond to anything from a solicitor unless it goes through the filter of the legal team. And the legal team, like for example when you have a crash in a car, it's obviously someone's fault and you're told admit nothing. So really in effect they're telling you to lie and to be silent, and which is the legal narrative. Now we accept that as a norm, but it's not the norm, it's corruption, and these councillors, they burnt the paperwork, they burnt it, they destroyed it. It's either a flood or a fire or whatever, and when these people get their files, they're empty. They're just empty like pamphlets, when really they should be huge, bulky documents, folders full of occurrences and goings on, but they're nothing. So they're deliberately doing that. And then we spoke with the minister today, and again she towed the legal party line, and there's certain things she wouldn't engage in because it was going to make her contemptuous and things like that. And this is what we keep seeing, this stonewalling. Now I'm on board with so many things. I think that naming names outside of the context of the appropriate forum can be very dangerous and get you into a lot of trouble. So I go along with that. But what I don't go along with is the blatant criminality of perverting the course of justice by destroying the files. Now today we had solidarity. It's a shame more people can't turn up. There's a lot of victims and survivors that want their voices heard. Unfortunately, if you want to be heard, you've got to speak out. Otherwise you're just a silent voice on your own. Come on, let's all stick together. Beach Home was one of many children's homes. Then you've got these little fostering homes that we saw that Michael was in, the one in Boreham Wood. And these councillors, all of them, they've got to be held vicariously liable. So what I say, we had a fantastic day. I'm absolutely made up. We even had the young lad Josh, so we're looking at historical stuff. This young lad, he's on the street now. He's no older than one of my boys. He actually looks like one of my kids, and he broke my heart. He's going to go on the street. He's been in 37 care homes. He's put his email address on, and he's going to be homeless within a week. And you could see the torture in his eyes when he come up to us. He just wanted a hug, really, and he wanted to talk, and he did. And it's still going on. It is still going on. So as much as we can look at the historical element to it, let's look at the present and relevant element to this. So if anyone's got a spare few quid, his details hopefully will go up online, and if someone could start some crowdfunding or get in touch with him, and if he wants to supply his details, hopefully he will. Let's put a few pennies in his pocket, and I'm sure it'll go a long way. There's just him and his little bike, and he's come along to do his best. So I'm quite choked by that boy, but this is why we do it. And like I keep saying, no more division, no more infighting. The infighting's caused a lot of problems with a lot of these things. We saw the taxi drivers today standing together. We saw how unite they were in getting their point across. The police were actually totally powerless to intervene. They brought Westminster to a standstill. Now, I'm not advocating wrongdoing in any way whatsoever, but while we allow this lot over here to keep covering it up, we are acquiescing to criminality. They are our servants and they should be doing as they're told. And we have to keep the letters going to Parliament. Let's get on to our councillors. Savage Arvid, please people, write to this man. Where is he? He is nowhere to be seen or to be heard. He is the mayor. This used to be the mayor's office over there. But there we go. There we go. From one establishment, we literally crossed the river to another. And there seems to be some block in communications between the two. This building's now an aquarium, so there'll be nothing there. That's probably where the flood come from, because they turned it into an aquarium. I'll probably blame on that, say the sharks had it. But please, come on, let's be united. Let's share these videos. Let's share the support. No nasty comments. Stick together, and let's get justice for them all. And like we said, we saw it today. That poor kid still on the street. 37 kids care homes he's been in, and he was abused in most of them. So no, it's heartbreaking, really heartbreaking. Come on, let's tune in, let's switch on, and let's do something. God bless. Thank you, and thank you everyone who supported me today and supported, and more importantly, the victims of this horrendous crime, which I keep saying one day it's going to be a national disgrace. Look at the Jimmy Savile thing. This is still going on, still going on. Make those over the river there, accountable to us. Come on, let's sort this out. Let's get together. Be like the cab drivers. Be like the people of Belgium, Brussels, when they wouldn't have what was going on with Mark Dutroux, the cover-ups in their government. Stop listening to this political rhetoric. Actions speak louder than words. If they do something, we love them. If they do sod all, then we've got to go against them, because they're going against us. Right, God bless. Bye.